And we're on. I don't want anyone to hate me for this. I always kind of look down on the whole sports loyalty, root for the home team thing. Not because I don't like sports. I mean, I don't, but if you do, that's great. Watch your games. Set your mojo. Enjoy it. That's awesome. Good for you. Great. The beef I have is that, for the most part, loyalty to a sports team has almost nothing to do with the teams themselves. You would think that a person's favorite team would be determined by the characteristics of the team. Like the members on the team, or like their approach to the game, or their attitude. Even if they win a lot. Even if they're a good team, that's legit in my book. And some people are. Some people are truly invested fans of the sport, that they make these decisions based on that kind of information. But most people aren't. The sole factor that determines the vast majority of most fan bases is physical proximity. If you live in Chicago, you're a Cubs fan. If you live in San Diego, you are a Padres fan. We lived right outside Kansas City for, all things considered, not a very lengthy amount of time, and I'm pretty sure my dad is still a Royals fan. It's the same thing with college. The moment you're accepted into any university, you are automatically a fan of the house mascot. Go Tigers, go Browns, go Irish, go Yeti Lobsters. It's like you're instantaneously whacked with the wand of the team spirit fairy, and then that's just how it is for the rest of your life. Absolutely nothing to do with the prowess of these particular teams, or anything else about them for that matter. Just simply the fact that because this is your school, or the place that you happen to live, this is your team. And you are not allowed to root for anyone else. And if you do, you are ostracized. When we were in St. Louis, we lived next door to these Cubs fans. The flack they got, man. Leave them alone, dang it. Who gives a crap? Territory should be the last thing that matters when you're talking about loyalties. But as far as I can tell, for most people, it's like the only thing that matters. It's the same thing with nostalgia in Disney movies. It doesn't matter how bad the movie is. If you watched it as a kid, I guarantee it is one of your favorite movies. I watched The Little Mermaid the other week for the first time in probably like a decade, and oh my gosh, it doesn't even have good writing to make up for the crappy animation. And if it wasn't for Robin Williams, Aladdin would be in the exact same file as far as I'm concerned. It's not even just Disney movies, any cartoon at all. I watched some of our old Pokemon tapes recently. My stomach turned. Dexter's Lab. It makes me so sad. And yet we will still sing the praises of these shows just because they happen to be around us at some point. Just like regardless of how good this team is, I will still wear the ball cap and pimp my car antenna with the initial because the stadium's close and I saw them play once or twice. And I have never heard this issue even touched upon by anyone. I cannot be the only person who has a problem with this. Tell me in the comments section what your thoughts are on casual fandom. Fandom? Do you say fandom when you're talking about sports? I don't know. I don't know sports. I just observe things, and sometimes things bother me.